Right, I hope no one sort of sees what I'm doing, or I'm on the National Express. It's quite empty. So hopefully it's not too embarrassing to be doing such pathetic shit like this. But anyway, I'm going to do my predictions and try and make a bit more sense than some of the tripe we've listened to last night. Bottom of the league will be James Collins in my eyes. Worst technical player, poor, tries to get by on dirty tactics of just keeping the ball behind his goalkeeper. And I think if you want to play Collins, you want to play him towards the later end of the tournament, because I think he gets a bit more desperate. I think he gets a little bit more just in despair of what he's going to become and what's heading his way. And I just do think he leaks the odd more goal when it's later on in the tourney, whereas at the start he's just proper in pass it around defenders mode, and it can be a nightmare. 11th, second bottom, is Tom Crane for me. Even though he's Spain, I feel like the standard of other people has just got quite better in the last couple of tournaments, and there's been quite an obvious gap between everyone else in the bottom three, and I think Crane ain't going to get out of that bottom three, and I think Tourney with Portugal will get that 10th spot, with Ronaldo giving him the edge maybe to get the goal or two that he needed to turn the odd 0-0 into a 1-0. So I think Tourney's probably going to get 10th and Crane will be 11th. I've actually put Phil at 9th with Holland, and this is where I have to say, I would say from 3rd or 4th to about 9th, it's been very difficult to separate them. I think this middle group of people are all, people like Daryl, East, Miller, Dave. They really stepped up in the last tourney and they've showed what they can do, really, and I think it's very difficult to separate them now. But I've gone for Phil with Holland. I just think he's probably not got the attacking players that he needs, because I think he's benefited before of having people like Ronaldo and good attackers to get him that important goal, and I don't think Holland have got that much going forward, really, so I think he might struggle there. 8th position, I've gone for Miller with Italy, because I think Italy aren't all that. They're okay, they're solid, but I don't think they're as good as some of the other teams that the similar players to Miller have got. So I think Miller might go for 8th with Italy. And then I've gone 7th position. I've gone for Daryl with Poland, the champion, because Poland aren't all that, and it took him Mane and Mo Salah to do what he did. But technically he's a 2-time champion in this FIFA business, so he can never be. He's a bit like Peter Crouch or Heskey, where he sort of just looks like he should be shit, and then somehow he seems to win and get these results, but everything tells you he should be shit. So it's a weird one with Daryl. Maybe he deserves more respect, but he's 7th in my eyes with Poland. Tom East is 6th, because I think Tom East is a good player, and I've heard that he has been having a few games with Adam Gunn as England, and I've heard I have heard that he's going to be playing Harry Kane in a sort of CAM role, or even just centre mid, I think, which I think is genius, because he has got the passing stats and he ain't got the pace or anything to really lead the line well. And think of those long shots from Harry Kane from centre mid. So when I was told that, and when you think of Raheem Sterling, Rashford, who are fantastic on the game, I really think East has got a good team there, and I think he's an alright player, so I'm going to put him at 6th. I've put myself in 5th with Denmark. I've always sort of tried to predict myself in that top 2-3, but even winning most of the time probably. But I think it's time to sit back and look at yourself and think, well, you've not won it yet. Yeah, you maybe have been in the top 3 for every tourney but one, but I don't know. I just want a bit less pressure this time, and clearly I've not proven that I can mix it and win that trophy yet, so there's no real evidence to suggest that I should be necessarily massively in the frame, especially after my poor performance last time. But I vow to be a better sportsman. I vow to be a cool head, and just let the natural game flow, and whatever happens happens, with a cool, calculated, fair, unpissy, moody head. So that's what you all look forward to. That's me in 5th. Baker is in 4th with Uruguay for me, because he's a former champion with a good France side. He won the tournament. Yes, he came bottom in a dismal display with a terrible team, and Uruguay have that quality which in his eyes, he's probably up there in like top 5 for skill, and I think Uruguay will give him the players that he needs to show that, and I think he will get 4th. Cavani, Suarez, and a solid defence, and he is a good defensive player, Baker. So give him Jimenez and Godin. I think he could get some really good results with that. So I'm putting Baker 4th. Dave Claridge I'm putting 3rd with Argentina. Great display in the last tournament. I think he's got really good composure, and I think he handles pressure quite well. So I don't think he'll buckle or bottle anything. I think if he's in a good position, he'll push forward with it. And I think Messi and Aguero and some of the players that he's got, I think he'll do well. I reckon I'm going to put him 3rd. I think his confidence is going to be high. Adam, and he has, those stats. Look at Dave. He's scored the most goals, I think. So give him Argentina. It's danger. Adam's 2nd with Switzerland, which is going to be tough for him, but I've got that much faith in him. Look what he did with Australia. He came top of the seeds last time. He's a wonderfully intelligent man, just a wonderful bloke, really, best brother you could ask for. And I think 2nd with Switzerland is a challenge, but I know he's capable of it. And obviously Josh at top with Colombia, and I think it could be a case of Josh could be about like 4 or 5 points clear at the top as well, and then I think everyone else from 2nd to like that 9th spot is going to be really tight, I think. So it could be totally jumbled up, but I've gone from what I think it's going to be, but I do think I could easily see like someone like Phil, who I've put at 9th, getting 3rd or 4th. But that's what I've gone with, and I think it's a calculated, informed prediction. But ultimately, football's football, FIFA's FIFA. Anything can happen, and we're all looking forward to it. So all the best. Take care. Replenish your fluids, and make sure you come hydrated and ready to play. Love you all dearly, and I look forward to it.